What if everything you were told about fat was wrong, not slightly off, not missing a few details, completely, fundamentally wrong, in a way that has been quietly affecting your energy, your weight, your brain, and your sleep for years? Because there is one fat that scientists keep returning to, one fat that keeps showing up in the data, in the research, in the longest lived populations on the planet. And most people either aren't using it or they're using it in a way that makes it completely worthless. Stay with me until the end of this video, because the mistake I'm about to show you, most people make it every single day without knowing it. Let's start with something real. You're doing okay. You're not living off fast food. You sleep most nights. You're not dramatically unhealthy, but something is off, and you can feel it, even if you can't name it. There's the afternoon crash, the one that hits around 2 or 3 o'clock, and suddenly your brain feels like it's been wrapped in wet cotton. You push through it. You have to. There's the belly. Not dramatic, not the kind that people make comments about, just this persistent, stubborn layer that doesn't respond to anything. Not the cleaner eating, not the extra walks, not the weeks where you actually tried. There's the sleep that doesn't fully restore you. 8 hours, and you still wake up behind, like your body ran a marathon while you were supposed to be recovering. And the brain fog, that low-grade haziness where your thoughts feel slightly delayed, your focus drifts faster than it used to, and you find yourself rereading the same paragraph twice. You've tried things, you've read things, and the standard advice, eat less, move more, drink water, take your vitamins, it helps a little, but it doesn't fix the source. Here's what nobody is telling you. These aren't separate problems. They share a root. And that root has a name: inflammation. Not the acute kind, not the redness around a cut, not the swelling in a sprained ankle. Chronic, low-grade, invisible inflammation. The kind that hums quietly inside your body for years, disrupting hormones, degrading brain function, interfering with metabolism, and making everything slightly harder than it should be. And in a moment, I'm going to show you exactly how a single tablespoon of the right substance, consumed the right way, begins to address that root directly. But first, you need to understand what olive oil actually is, because it's not what most people think. Extra virgin olive oil is not just a cooking fat. That framing has done enormous damage to how people use it and what they expect from it. Think about inflammation in your body like a slow internal fire. It's not roaring, it's not dramatic. It's a low smolder, the kind that damages structures over time without you ever seeing the smoke. Your arteries stiffen. Your gut lining thins. Your brain processes more slowly. Your fat cells become more resistant to releasing what they're holding. Now, inside real extra virgin olive oil, there is a compound called oleocanthal. Scientists discovered something unusual about it. It works on the same biological pathway as ibuprofen. Not at the same dosage, but through the same mechanism. It speaks to your body's inflammatory signaling system in the same language a painkiller does, except it's doing it gently, every day, as food. That smoldering fire? Oleocanthal begins to suppress it at the source, but that's only part of the story. Your gut lining, the thin, critical wall between what you eat and what enters your bloodstream, is one of the most overlooked structures in your entire body. When it breaks down, everything leaks. Bacteria, toxins, partially digested food particles, they cross into the bloodstream and trigger a systemic immune response. Scientists call it intestinal permeability. Most people call it feeling terrible and not knowing why. The polyphenols in extra virgin olive oil feed and repair that lining. They nourish the beneficial bacteria that maintain it. They reduce the bacterial species that destroy it. And then there's your brain. Oleic acid, the primary fat in olive oil, is a building block of myelin, the protective sheath around your nerve cells. Your nervous system is literally insulated by this type of fat. When you're chronically deficient in it, signals slow down. Thoughts feel fuzzy. Reactions aren't as sharp. Olive oil doesn't just feed you, it repairs you at a structural level. But here is where most people fall off a cliff without realizing it. There is a version of olive oil that does none of this, and there's a very good chance that's the version in your kitchen right now. Research has found that a significant percentage of olive oil sold as extra virgin in major markets around the world fails the actual certification standards. It's diluted with cheaper oils. It's old. It's been improperly stored and has gone rancid. And rancid olive oil doesn't reduce inflammation, it quietly contributes to it. You're not healing your body. You're adding to the problem while believing you're solving it. That's the first trap. The second trap is heat. When you cook with olive oil at high temperatures, the polyphenols, the exact compounds responsible for every benefit we just talked about, are destroyed. What remains is fat, useful fat, but stripped of its therapeutic value. If olive oil is only ever touching a hot pan in your kitchen, you are consuming the calories without consuming the medicine. The third trap is amount. A drizzle over a salad 3 times a week is not a therapeutic dose, it's a flavoring. The research that produced meaningful results used consistent daily consumption of 1 to 2 tablespoons, raw, not heated. And the fourth trap, the one almost nobody talks about, is timing. Your gut's absorption capacity is not the same at every hour of the day. In the morning, before food, your digestive system is primed. The gut lining is most receptive. Stomach acid is low. When you consume olive oil in this window, the polyphenols reach the gut wall directly, without competing with a full meal for absorption. The bioavailability, how much your body actually uses, is significantly higher. This is the difference between people who try olive oil and feel nothing, and people who try it and notice a real shift within days. Now let me show you what that shift actually looks like. The first 48 hours are not dramatic. Let's be honest about that up front. Your body doesn't announce what's happening. It doesn't send you a notification. But something real begins. The olive oil coats the gut lining on contact. For people who carry chronic low-grade bloating, the kind that becomes so normal you stop noticing it, there's often an easing in these first 2 days. Digestion slows in a beneficial way. The gut stops working in emergency mode. Your liver processes the oleic acid cleanly. Unlike processed fats that trigger a cascade of storage hormones, oleic acid moves through the liver without sounding an alarm. Your metabolism doesn't spike and crash. It stabilizes. These aren't things you'll likely feel, but they're happening. The foundation is being laid. By days 3 and 4, something shifts beneath the surface that you can't see but may start to sense. Your inflammatory markers, the chemical signals in your blood that indicate internal stress, have begun to decrease. This is measurable in a lab, but you experience it differently. Maybe your joints feel slightly less stiff in the morning. Maybe the afternoon cognitive fog is a little thinner. Maybe you don't feel like you're running on fumes by evening. Your brain is receiving something it's been asking for. The oleic acid is being incorporated into nerve cell membranes. Your thoughts don't suddenly become brilliant, but there's a clarity that starts to return. Subtle, but real. And here's something that surprises people. Your hunger changes, not because olive oil suppresses appetite artificially, but because it influences the hormonal signals that regulate satiety. You stop feeling the aggressive, urgent hunger that leads to poor decisions. You start feeling full on less and staying full longer. Most people chalk this up to willpower. It isn't. It's biochemistry. Days 5, 6, and 7 are where the turning point lives. Your gut microbiome has been quietly reshuffling. The polyphenols have been feeding the bacterial strains that reduce inflammation, support mood, and regulate appetite, while starving the strains that drive cravings, cause bloating, and keep your immune system in a constant state of low-level alarm. Sleep quality often improves at this stage, not because olive oil is a sedative, but when systemic inflammation drops, your nervous system no longer has to work as hard to manage internal stress. It can finally relax. Full relaxation is what deep sleep requires. And the belly fat question, here's the honest answer. Because you deserve honesty more than you deserve hype. 7 days will not visibly melt fat from your body. Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling something. But something more important happens. The hormonal environment that was keeping that fat locked in place begins to change. Cortisol, the stress hormone that directly instructs your body to store fat around the abdomen, starts to moderate. Insulin sensitivity improves, meaning your cells respond better to insulin instead of resisting it. The conditions for fat loss don't happen in a week, but in 7 days you can begin to build them. You're not seeing the result yet. You're becoming the environment where the result becomes possible. Imagine waking up on day 7. You haven't overhauled your entire life. You haven't started a punishing new routine. You've made one small, consistent decision every morning for a week. You get up. You don't immediately feel the weight of the day before you've even had coffee. Something is slightly different. And different, in this context, feels like relief. The fog isn't as thick. Your stomach is calm. You're not already exhausted before the day has started. That's not a dramatic transformation. It's something quieter and more valuable. It's the beginning of your body working with you instead of against you. That's what this is actually about. Now let's talk about the research for a moment, because this isn't speculation. The pre-dimed trial is one of the largest and most rigorous nutrition studies ever conducted. It followed thousands of participants over multiple years, studying the effects of a Mediterranean diet supplemented with extra virgin olive oil. The trial was stopped early. Not because of problems, because the results were so significant that researchers concluded it was no longer ethical to keep the control group from the intervention. The olive oil group had dramatically lower rates of cardiovascular events. The effect was too large to ignore. Separately, researchers studying oleocanthal found that it may help facilitate the clearance of amyloid beta proteins from the brain, the same proteins associated with Alzheimer's disease progression. This is early research, and we're not making medical claims. But the scientific conversation around olive oil and neurological health is serious, well-funded, and growing. And multiple studies examining the Mediterranean diet's effect on gut microbiota have found consistent shifts toward bacterial diversity and reduction in inflammatory species, with extra virgin olive oil identified as a primary driver of that shift. This isn't folk medicine, the data is there, so here's exactly how to do this correctly. Every morning, before eating anything, take 1 to 2 tablespoons of high-quality extra virgin olive oil. Add a small squeeze of fresh lemon juice if you can. Research suggests it enhances polyphenol absorption. Then wait 15 to 20 minutes before eating your first meal. That's the protocol. Simple. Now, what to buy? Look for oil in a dark glass bottle. Light degrades polyphenols rapidly. Look for a harvest date, not just an expiry date. The fresher the harvest, the higher the polyphenol content. Look for single origin and cold pressed on the label. These are not marketing words. They indicate how the oil was processed and directly affect its therapeutic value. Avoid clear plastic bottles. Avoid anything labeled light olive oil or pure olive oil. These are refined products, not extra virgin. Avoid anything without a harvest date. Avoid the cheapest option on the shelf. This is one situation where the price difference reflects a real difference in what you're actually getting. The mistakes to avoid one more time: heating it and expecting benefits, buying low-quality oil, using inconsistent amounts, and expecting visible results in a single week without committing to a longer habit. Here's what I want you to hold on to when you close this video. Your body is not broken. It is not your enemy. It is a system that responds intelligently, precisely, to what you give it. And for most people, it has been running on incomplete inputs for a very long time. 1 tablespoon, 1 decision, every morning. You don't need a new program. You don't need to buy 15 supplements. You don't need to rebuild your entire life before you start feeling better. You need to give your body one well-understood, deeply researched, biologically powerful input consistently, and then get out of the way and let it do what it was designed to do. The people who actually change their health don't do it all at once. They pick one thing, they do it every day, and they let the compound interest of that small decision accumulate over weeks and months into something they couldn't have imagined when they started. Most people watching this will nod, think, that's interesting, and scroll to the next video. A few will go pour a tablespoon of olive oil tomorrow morning. Those few will have a very different conversation with their body 6 months from now. The Mediterranean populations that have the longest health span on the planet didn't eat olive oil because a YouTube video told them to. They ate it because it was woven into the fabric of daily life, every single day, for generations. 1 tablespoon, tomorrow morning. Don't overthink it, just start.